Hi golfers, Nick here for Nick Tele Golf. It's Friday, so welcome to another lesson on golf tips. This week on golf tips, we're going to talk about a key move that the best player in the world does in his golf swing. I've got an example of a golfer teaching this week who went from slicing the golf ball to drawing the golf ball. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the bowler drill. What is the bowler drill and how is it going to help you golfers out there play better golf? The reason why you can't swing this pretty fast, still got 110 club head speed. First up golfers, I was going to show you one of my students, Alan, here on the screen. So Alan's been working with me for a couple of years. He's one of my top students in terms of progression and work ethic. He works so hard, he's worked amazing on his golf swing. I actually did a video of him a few months ago talking about his swing changes. We worked mainly with his irons, but now he's really struggling a little bit with his driver, kind of pull, slicing it. Occasionally hits a good fade that hits the fairway, but in his golf swing, he was swinging about 2 degrees out to in with his driver. So we're going to talk about the movements that Alan was making here that encouraged that path to move a couple of degrees out to in. So in the downswing here, one of the key positions that we look at is when the left arm is parallel to the ground. And with Alan, his hand path was a bit outwards at this point. The shaft was kind of going roughly just behind his neck here. And the best players at this point would be more inwards with the left arm. The shaft be going through the bicep here as opposed to the neck. And one of the reasons for this is the shoulder turn. If I keep my arm here in the same position and just rotate my shoulders, my hand path starts to move out. So we use motion data here at GOLFTEC to kind of get an idea of how the golfer moves their body. And one of the motion measurements that we used was the shoulder turn. So in the downswing, if you rotate hard or too much, your hand path will start to move out and the club will start to move outside to in. The best golfers will have more rotation in the backswing, they'll stay more closed as they come down, and that will just help them deliver the club a couple of degrees from inside to out. So in this lesson, we changed Alan's swing path from around 2 degrees out to in to 2 degrees into out, just by making this simple move. But first of all, I'm just going to kind of replicate what Alan did in his golf swing. So I'm going to try and have maybe a little bit less turn than normal in the backswing and turn a bit more in the downswing here and see what happens to that club path. So I hit that okay, but you can see the face was open. So this would have been a really bad shot for Alan. He kind of hit a good shot. It would be starting to the left of the line where he gets the face a bit more closed than that one. And he'll hit a fade. So occasionally he did hit a good shot, but he'd also hit this one as well. So looking at the club data there, 2 degrees out to in, which is pretty much typical of what Alan was doing in that lesson. So how did we change this from 2 degrees out to in to 2 degrees into out? Well, the analogy I gave Alan was a bowler. So if you watch ten-pin bowling, bowlers tend to swing the bowling ball down the lane, down the right, and it curves back in towards a target. And one of the reasons for this is the way they move their body. If I was to do the opposite in the golf swing, which is to open up the turn, the arm would move across, but the bowlers actually keep their foot back, they keep their shoulders and their hips more closed, and they manage to deliver the ball here from a rightward angle as opposed to outside. So that's why they draw the bowling ball down the lane, because their arm's swinging behind them, which is more powerful, and they're not turning their body as they go through. They actually move this right foot back, which is kind of what you see in some of the best players in the world. You see the #1 player in the world right now. His foot kind of drags forward. He bends it a little bit more than I'm going to suggest you guys do today, but he drags that foot back, and that just slows his rotation down into the golf ball. Also, you have Greg Norman did the same thing. Best player in the world for a number of years. So it's a key move that some of the best players in the world do. So in this lesson, I taught Alan this move and kind of got him to make some swings. And the first thing we did was to, at setup here, just have the right foot slightly back, turn as much as you can in the backswing, and then in the downswing, got him to kind of slide that foot and reduce his turning in the downswing here. So if you can slide that foot and reduce how much you open up your turns coming down, it can help you deliver the club on the inside. And you see a number of top players, they have a huge amount of rotation in their downswing. They still manage to shallow the club. There's other ways you can deliver the club from the inside, but certainly when you actually look at the motion numbers of the best players, the tour average as they come down is to have their shoulders about 60 to 70 degrees closed, not 40 where Alan was at this stage. Because if I just open up my shoulders here, you can see how my hands start to move more outward. So the best players will manage to turn more in the backswing, keep their shoulders more closed. At this point, they will open up as they come through, but they'll also drive forward with their hips as they come into the downswing. So if you're one of those slices, you need to reduce your turning in the start of the downswing. So I'm going to do that again. Foot slightly back. I'm going to kind of turn as much as I can in the backswing and just open up this right foot as well. This will help. So if you can turn this right foot out as much as you can, that's going to also help you turn as much as you can in the backswing. And as I come down, I'm going to slide that forward, stop my hips from overturning here, keep that leg pretty straight, almost let that foot come on behind me, and that should help me deliver this club more from the inside. So let's give it a go. So set up here, foot slightly back, a little bit straight. I'm really going to open up the foot, the flare of the foot here. If the foot's turned in more, that will encourage more turn and the need to bend more forward. I'm going to open this up. The right leg's a bit straighter than normal, foot slightly back. As I come down here, I'm going to try and keep my shoulders, hips closed by dragging that foot back. I'm trying to exaggerate this as much as I can. So you can see I exaggerated that. Ball flight on the screen, not too bad actually. It pushed a little bit, so probably the face may have been square or slightly open as it came through, but not bad, 298. So still hit pretty good distance there. You can see path there, 5 degrees into out. The face was slightly closed, so very slight push draw, but almost 300 yards just doing that move. So there's no reason why you can't swing this pretty fast. It's still got 110 club head speed. So I might be able to swing it a couple of miles an hour faster in my normal swing. And I'm not advocating that you swing 5 degrees into out, but certainly this move is one that you can feel to try and exaggerate in your swing, in practice, to change the delivery of your club. In an ideal world, you probably want to swing 1 or 2 degrees into out with a driver, but if you're one of those golfers that slices, coming over the top, this is a really good drill for you to do. So start off with some practice swings, then hit some balls, see if you can change that delivery of the club, and hopefully start to turn those slices into draws. So thanks for watching, golfers. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks to Alan again for letting me share this. He's done an amazing job, and hopefully he can keep progressing as well as he can. If you've got any comments on that, post them in the box below, and I'll see you again next week for another video.